Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Ambassador webinar. I'm Karen Daniel, and I'll be talking with you today about the OAUG Ambassador Program. All of you are in listen-only mode, so if you have questions or would like more information, please use the question box and type it in. And you can also always email ambassador@oaug.org for more information. But if you do type questions into the box today, I'll answer them while we're on the webinar. So again, thank you for joining us, and let's talk a little bit about the OAUG Ambassador Program. Today we're going to cover several items. First of all, why it's important that you encourage your coworkers to participate in the OAUG, how you can network, upcoming opportunities for education, an important ambassador survey that I hope you'll fill out for us, information about the LinkedIn page, the Young Professionals Forum, the opportunity for you to nominate someone for Member of the Year or Innovator of the Year, and also some details on how to serve as your ambassador. And then towards the end of the presentation, we will go to the OAUG website, and I will show you how to edit your contacts and update the information that we have on your company. So let's move on. So first of all, one of your primary functions as ambassador is to help your coworkers understand the value they get from your company's membership. And as you know, there are three key areas. Education, finding the answers that you need. You and your coworkers can save time and money by applying other users' tips and successes and lessons learned. You can talk with other people at different companies to find out what they did when they were facing a problem that you're facing today. So getting the education you need is one of the primary benefits of your membership. Also networking. As an OAUG member, you and all of your coworkers can network to share ideas and best practices to make the most of your investment in your Oracle applications. And then finally, you influence Oracle. Oracle listens to the collective voice of the OAUG. So when you come together as a group and share your thoughts and feelings about various issues with Oracle support, they listen. So for more information on networking, let's talk about our geographic groups and our SIGs, which are special interest groups. As you probably know, there are numerous geographic groups all over the U.S., in Canada, and around the world. When we get to the OAUG website, I will show you where you can find all the information about these groups. Some of them in the U.S. are based in just one city, like the one in Atlanta, or there's some for a whole state, like Florida, and there are some that cover several states in a region. And so we'll show you information about that so that you can find the one that's closest to you. The other kind of group that you can get involved in are the special interest groups, and these are groups of people who get together via webinar and also email exchange throughout the year to talk about a specific topic or an industry or an application. Now, the geographic groups meet face-to-face in their city or state or region several times a year, and both the GEOs and the SIGs meet face-to-face at Open World in the fall and at our Collaborate conference in the spring. This year it's in April. So there are different ways for you to get involved in those groups. And again, I'll show you that when we get to the website. You can also network through social media. We have a couple different LinkedIn groups. We have the OAUG group, which has about 12,000 people, and also a smaller group just for ambassadors, where you can talk to each other and network and share information there. We're also on Twitter at OAUG1 for the main OAUG Twitter feed, and also at Collaborate_OAUG. And also on Facebook. Collaborate is on Facebook, so I encourage you to look there for more information as well. And we mentioned this a few minutes ago, you can express your feedback to Oracle through the Customer Support Council or during meetings at our events. And the Customer Support Council publishes a newsletter 4 times a year. It actually went out yesterday via email, so if you didn't get it, you will want to update your settings in your profile to make sure that you are getting the Support in Focus newsletter. And you can also email the Customer Support Council at support@oaug.org. Now, let's talk about what's coming up. There are lots of exciting things coming up for you. Insight Magazine will be coming out later this month, the winter issue with lots of information for you to share. And as you probably know, each member company can receive 10 copies in print in the mail of each issue. It's also available online for all of your member employees to read. But if you're not getting all 10 copies, you're missing out. And as the ambassador, you can see who's getting those 10 copies. And I can also send you a list if you'd like. So let's check to be sure that you're getting your full benefit and that you are getting all 10 copies of the magazine 4 times a year. And Collaborate is coming up. Registration is now open. Collaborate 16 is April 10th through 14th at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. In these 5 days, you will get lots of information to learn with your peers, build your agenda. There are over 1,000 sessions. The session acceptance emails just went out this week, so people are starting to put their schedules together and figure out what great content they'll be able to hear. And you can network with lots of people from all aspects of the Oracle Applications community. If you register now, you can get the very best deal. Since your company is a member, you qualify, of course, for the member discount. But if you send 4 or more people at the same time, you can also get a multiple registrant discount. And you do that by registering all 4 at the same time and contacting the registration department so they can apply that discount for you. So be sure and register early. The best rates are good through the next few weeks. And to maximize your discounts, make sure that you do get both the member discount, the early bird discount, and the group rate. And all that information is on the website at collaborate.oaug.org, and you can also follow on Twitter with the hashtag C16LV. And we look forward to seeing you there. Now, back in November, on about the 19th, I sent an email survey to all ambassadors, and about 35 of you have completed that survey, and I really appreciate that. The survey is still open. This is an initiative of the OAUG Membership Committee, and they would like to know more about what aspects of your membership that you value, who makes the decision about renewing your membership, and what elements go into that decision. So it's a very short survey. It will take you less than 5 minutes. I will resend the link to the survey tomorrow when I send out the follow-up to today's webinars. So if you've not yet completed the survey, you can go back to your email from November 19th if you still have it, or I'll resend the link tomorrow. But please do share your thoughts with us. It will not take much time at all, but it's very important for us to know. And again, here's some information about the LinkedIn group. You can connect with your fellow ambassadors, ask questions, get information on the OAUG Ambassador LinkedIn group. And this is separate from the OAUG LinkedIn group. And coming up in just a few days is our next Young Professionals Forum webinar. This group is for people who are relatively young or relatively new in their career with Oracle applications. They have webinars every other month, and they meet face-to-face at Open World and Collaborate. Some of the webinars are more technical in nature, some are more broad and more career-oriented. The one coming up in December is a little more career-oriented, and it's about advancing your career without a title, meaning if you're not a vice president or a director, how do you get ahead without a more significant title? It's presented by Christina Blinko from Burns & McDonnell. It should be very informative, and it is Wednesday the 16th at 3 o'clock. Everyone is welcome. And if you do have folks working for you who are a little bit younger or newer, please encourage them to go ahead and register for that. There's also a Young Professionals LinkedIn group as well, just for that age group. Now, this is your chance until December 31st to nominate someone as the Member of the Year. This is a very prestigious award. It is for people who have made outstanding contributions to the OAUG over the past year. So if you can think about someone that perhaps is a leader of your geographic group or your SIG, or someone who has done something beneficial for the OAUG, please do nominate them. The nomination form is up on the website, and it is open until December 31st. And we need you to make a nomination if you can, please, so we make sure that we recognize the person who has done the most this year and deserves to be the Member of the Year. And there's also an award for companies, and that is the OAUG Innovator of the Year. And it recognizes a user member company that has demonstrated innovative or breakthrough techniques using the standard functionality of Oracle applications. And this is, again, for a company. It is highlighting a company who is a licensed user of Oracle applications. But if your company is an associate member and has worked with one of your customers to do something innovative, you can nominate them as well. And the associate member can co-receive the award, but it has to be nominated in the name of the user member. And again, this is also online, and it closes December 31st. So please do get your nominations in for those awards by the end of the month. And both will be presented at Collaborate in the spring. So now we're going to review what it means to be an ambassador. First of all, thank you. Thank you for being the point person and for serving as the primary point of contact for your company's membership. And your most important duty is to help your coworkers maximize the value of the organization's membership, for you to share with your coworkers what it means to be an OAUG member, how you can use the resources to improve efficiency within your company, how to get the resources that they need. We have found that companies who truly use the benefits of membership are much happier with their investment in the membership, and we encourage you to share information with your coworkers about how they can use all the resources that are available to you. We also, of course, ask that you attend a couple of webinars every year to know what's happening, and then to email your coworkers once a month about the benefits. And of course, we send you the email and just ask that you forward the section that is towards the bottom to your coworkers. We also ask that you know when your membership is up to be renewed. You may not be the person who gets the bill, but we do ask that you know when the renewal is supposed to take place and to make sure it gets done. Some companies have the same person designated as the ambassador and the billing contact, while others have someone different. And both ways are fine, but as ambassador, if you'll just make sure that you know when your membership is up for renewal and follow up with your billing contact, if that's not you, to make sure that it gets taken care of. And then very importantly, the ambassador votes on behalf of the organization in the annual Board of Directors elections, and that happens just in the fall. It just happened a few weeks ago, so thank you for those of you who voted. Those of you who are new, look for that next fall. We also ask that you look at your organization contacts at least once a year. You are the primary point of contact, and it's your responsibility to look at the list and see if anyone who is affiliated with your company's membership might have left the company, or if you have new employees who don't have profiles, to encourage them to go ahead and create those profiles. You can see your list on your profile. I'll show you that in a few minutes. You can also let me know that you would like me to send you a list, and I'll be happy to do that. And then please note, if someone does not have a correct mailing address or a current email address in our files, they of course will not receive the information that we're trying to send to them. So particularly with those who want to receive the magazine, of course we need to know where to send it. So if you can check that information as you review your list and correct anything that's missing, that'd be very helpful. And then just you check your membership. You also are the only person within your company who has access to change your company information. So if your headquarters has moved, or your company might have merged or changed names, you are the only person within the organization who's authorized to make that change in the record. Of course, you can always email or call us on staff and we'll take care of that for you, but you can log into your record and make that change yourself. We also ask that as an ambassador, you track your participation through the online form. Everyone who attends one of our monthly webinars gets a chance to win a $50 Amazon gift card. And everyone who completes all their duties by the end of the year is eligible to win a free conference registration. The last year's winner was Jeff Kessler. We'll be drawing that winner early in January and let you know who that might be for 2015. So do get your forms filled out and let us know what you've done this year. Now we're going to take a look at the OAUG website. So give me just a second to change my screen here so you can go live to the website with me. Okay, we are here on the OAUG website. This is the Ambassador page. You get here by going to Membership and then Ambassador. So here are several key pieces of information for you. They're all PDFs, so they will download directly to your computer. There's an overview of what it means to be an ambassador, the most recent benefits reminder email, a tutorial on how to update your contacts, participation form that you need to fill out, and then an FAQ for you to learn more about the program. You'll also find the most recent webinar recording here and the upcoming dates. So of course we're here on today's webinar, and we have already put in the dates for most of next year, so you can go ahead and put in your registration so you don't miss anything coming up. So also already logged in. When you come here and enter your login information and then click My Profile, this is where you will go to your profile and you can edit your information and also update your contacts and your organization information. So once it loads, you see here it's got my information. Then it says edit my information, change my password. Okay, everybody who has a profile can see all of that on their own information. As ambassador, only you can see this link that says manage organization contacts, and you have this link to the organization record. So I serve as the ambassador for OAUG's membership within the OAUG, so I can show you how this stuff works. So since I am the ambassador, I can toggle over to the OAUG membership, and this is where I would change the address or the company name if we needed to do that. So for organization contacts, let's go here and I'll show you how to edit that. Before we do that, just one more thing. Look over here at your organization account. This is where you can tell if you might have an outstanding balance. It'll tell you the last payment and the amount, and then you can view the account history and see when you might need to make sure that those renewals are taking place. Now let's flip over here to manage your organization contacts. Okay. Oh, and I see Kathleen said she does not have access to her organization's information. What can she do? Okay, Kathleen, you must not be listed as your ambassador, so let me make a note of that, and I will fix that for you when we finish the broadcast. I'll get that for you today and email you when I've updated that for you. So to manage organization contacts, we're going to go here. And you can see that the OAG has a number of contacts, and for each person, I have the option to edit, change the relationship, or disable. So if I click edit, I'm going to go into Alex's profile, and I will see all of the information here about Alex, and I can change her address. So be careful, because whatever you do here is recorded in the database. You have a lot of access and a lot of control, so be careful. And here is where you can tell if she is subscribed to the magazine. So if I check that and there's a valid mailing address, Alex will begin to receive the magazine. So I'm going to uncheck that. And this is where you can tell what information each person is receiving for all of our different newsletters. And if they want to opt out, if they all the information here that's required. So you're basically editing somebody else's profile. So tread carefully there. So let's go back out of here. If you want to change the relationship, so if you are the ambassador and want to designate somebody else as the billing contact or change your billing contact, you would click Change Relationship. So we're going to go down here to Anna, and I'm going to change her relationship. Currently, she's ambassador, and I want to make her organization contact. You don't need to fill in a start date or a description, but you can if you want to, and I'm going to save that. So I'm changing the relationship between Anna and the OAUG. Now, Okay, another question. How can we change our ambassador? Someone else is designated as the ambassador. If you are the ambassador, you can do what I just did and change the relationship. If you are not the ambassador, you will need to contact membership@oaug.org or ambassador@oaug.org or give us a call, and we'll do that for you. But only the ambassador has access to that online, just for safety. So we'll be happy to help you with that. You can email us anytime. We'll make that change for you. The last thing I want to show you here is, say, for example, someone has left your organization. They no longer work there. You want to disable their relationship to your company. That means they can no longer log in and use the benefits of your membership. And this is particularly important if you have employees who use a Gmail or a Yahoo email address as their profile. They'll still have access to your membership with that email address. Of course, if they're using your company's email address, they no longer have access to that as their login. But if they're still on a Gmail account, we don't know that they've left, so they still have access. So what you want to do in that case is disable. Now, this will not take out their information from our database. We will still have the record of them being as in our database, but it will disable their relationship to your company's membership. So don't worry about, you're not deleting anybody. They're still going to be in there, but they will no longer be associated with your membership. Okay, so I'm going to say OK, and it's going to disable this relationship, and that person no longer has benefits of our membership. Another question, why are some people coming up twice on my list? Okay, that happens occasionally. You as ambassador will always be on there twice. You have two relationships. You have a relationship as a contact and as an ambassador. In addition, if some of your coworkers have created profiles with more than one email address, which does happen occasionally, you may have somebody who is in there twice with two different email addresses. That is okay. We don't encourage it. We encourage people to have one email address and one profile, but it does happen. If they forget what they've used and they register for Collaborate, for example, with a different email address, they can have two profiles. It's not good, but they can. So either they have two roles within your company or they have two profiles with different email addresses. And we would be happy to help you get that cleaned up. If you can let us know who should be merged into one, we would be happy to help you with that. So, and that's all I wanted to show you here. It also gives you a list of things that have changed recently. Now, one more thing you can do is you can add a contact here if you have a new employee. That's not the ideal way to do it, though. Ideally, you should tell your coworker to go into the website and create a profile for themselves. And that's because there's so much information that's required. You may not know all the information about them. And if you go in as an ambassador and just click the Add a Contact, it's only going to ask you for their name and email address. And everything else is going to be blank. And they're going to have to go in later and update all that information. So the best thing for you to do is encourage your coworkers. I'll show you how to get back out of here. Sorry, put one more back. Go to the OAUG website and create a profile. Since I'm logged in, you don't see the button here, but if you're not logged in, this says create a profile. So encourage your coworkers to log in and create a profile for themselves, linking to your company, and all the information is here. I see a different question from Margareta. She says she's the ambassador, but only on the contact list one. Okay, that's interesting. I'll take a look at that and see why that is as well. But as long as you're on there, that's good. And then another question, for Collaborate, do we need to do a separate registration, or is current registration is fine? No, you do not need a different registration. When you go to register for Collaborate, you will type in the email address that is what you use for your profile. So when you log into the website to access your benefits, your username is your email address. Use the same one when you register for Collaborate, and you will be linked to your membership. That's how you'll get the member discount. So please do not create a new one for registration. That leads to problems. So if you aren't sure what to do, go to the OAUG website first, log in, and make sure you know which username and password you use. Then go to register. Just to keep it clean, that's the best way to do it. So Also wanted to just show you real quick the Collaborate website here. It's collaborate.oaug.org, and a lot of great information is here as well. And you can register now. Registration is open. You can learn about the educational tracks. You can learn about the networking. Here's registration. Learn about the exhibitors, the hotel information you do save when you book your hotel room in our room block. That gives you a discount off your registration. So you want to go ahead and get that taken care of as well. And all the details here are on the Collaborate website. So that concludes the presentation that I had for today. Can I answer any other questions for you? I don't see any other questions. And for Margareta and Kathleen, you have specific questions about your own profile. I will take care of that for you when we get off of the call. And is there anything else that anyone has questions about today? If not, thank you all very much for being on the call today. This recording will be posted on the website tomorrow, and you can get information there as well. Or, of course, always email us at ambassador@oaug.org or call us at 404-869-2568. We'll be happy to help you. Thank you again so much for your time today. Oh, and one of the questions just came in. How can we give feedback on this session? You can type it into the box here, or please email me directly at ambassador@oaug.org. Thank you so much for being here today.